Good morning. Well, I'm out here in Comstock Woods today. I'm just going to go out for a day hike and play around with some of the equipment that I have. I'm still trying to zero in some of the new gear that I got this year, and I want to make sure that I know how to use it and that it's working correctly before I go out on some of the big trips up north. So that's what I'm out here doing today, and we've got some traffic coming by, so if this cuts out, that's why. And there they go. So I'm just getting ready to set out, my gear ready. Here's my pack. You see this rod here, this aluminum rod. This is one of the things I'm going to play with today. I'm going to try to open up the top of my hammock. I noticed that last time I was laying it for a while, it seemed to be squishing my shoulders together, and well, it's not necessarily a really bad thing, but I do have a hockey injury where I injured my shoulder a long time ago, and I just don't want to put the pressure on it, so I'm hoping that this will help to relieve it. And I seen another guy on YouTube that did that, and he said it worked out really good, so we'll try it out. We'll see you on the trail. So here we are, probably one of my favorite spots in all the world, at least in my area, my neck of the woods. This is a little campsite. You can see the fire pit behind me there. A little campsite that's been carved into the hills here. It's up high enough that there's no flooding that comes through here. The flood basin is right over there. You can see the river through the trees. Got this nice log here to have a seat on. This is where I usually set up my hammock. Just come down here, it's quiet. It's far enough away you can't hear the traffic. Very rarely does anybody come through here. Usually on the weekends. This is a Tuesday morning, so I highly doubt anybody's gonna come through today. It's just such a peaceful area. When life gets stressful, this is where I like to come. Welcome to my camp. I've got everything set up. I actually filmed the whole thing from this tree right over here, but just after I started filming, the battery went dead in my other camera, so didn't get to film. Sorry about that. You gotta love technology. Well, let's take a look real quick here at what we got. This is my Skeeter Beeter Hammock. Now we'll take a look at that real quick first. Here's the hammock itself. It's sitting inside of this underquilt. This is a hammock underquilt snug pack. Yeah, snug pack hammock underquilt. And my Skeeter Beeter Hammock. It has a built-in mosquito net, which is really nice. I enjoy that because I hate having mosquitoes in my face. How did I rig this guy up? Well, instead of using their regular straps where they have a bunch of knots in them and you hook the carabiner to the knot, I went ahead and bought this cinch strap here, and these are a lot faster. If you have to set up in the rain, all you do is hook it around a tree and pull your strap and then tighten it up. Do that on both sides and get it centered out, and you're good to go. So it's really nice to have that if you're in a rainy situation. These are so you can see here, there we go, light speed straps by Wild Horn Outfitters, and they truly are light speed. You can set them up very quickly. This here is my Kelty Noah Tarp 9. It's just fits right across the hammock very nicely. It will protect it from both ends, which I like. So you don't have to worry about rain coming down and dripping into your hammock. It's waterproof. It's got lots of tie-up points on it, so I can configure it in many different ways. I quite often like to configure it kind of a front porch style like I have today. I'll show you that in just a second here when I walk around the tree. And I got it set to a solid ridge line. I'm using a Night Eyes little guy line stopper thingy there, whatever you want to call it, the figure 9. These things are really nice. I like those. They work really good. And I got everything in snake skins. Down here I got snake skins as well. That keeps everything nice and clean while you're setting up and taking down. So you don't, if you lay something on the ground, it's not getting all dirty and flying away in the wind or anything like that. So I use that for the ridge line, and I just use a couple prusset knots at each end, and those stay right on the ridge line all the time, and they connect to the end of the tarp here. Works out really good. And so then I can just adjust it, and I can slide this whole tarp back and forth wherever I need it. Now you might ask, why don't I just run it through these loops? Well, there's a reason for that. Now, if it was really raining or storming out, I probably would run it through those loops because, yes, it would be much more secure. However, and speed of setting up, it's a lot quicker to do it this way. So if I'm at the end of a day, been hiking all day, I'm tired, this is the way to go. Now, my Snug Pack under blanket here, oops, I got those crossed, I have to fix that. They come with these shock cord on them, and I'm just using some little tiny micro S-beaners. I believe those are by Night Eyes as well, and a prusset knot with a couple leads down, and I'm able to adjust that wherever I need it. And because your underquilt doesn't hold any weight, you don't want that holding weight. That's on shock cords. You want to kind of snuggle up around you to keep you warm. That's all it's for. And then of course here I got the middle ones. Same thing, Night Eyes S-beaner. Hold them up there, attached it right to the buckle there. Now over here, so as you can see, I've got it set up kind of a front porch style. Now if I were to sleep at night, I would pull this right down and I would stake it down to the ground here to give me lots of shelter and privacy. But for today, while I'm just out here playing around with stuff, enjoying the woods, getting some reading time in, and just getting some quiet time away from the busy life, I use the front porch style, just a little nicer. So we got here, same kind of deal here, same situation. So, and on my ridge line on this side, I use a Night Eyes S-beaner as well to attach it to the tree. So that's my setup. I set this up in less than 15 minutes, and that was even with a couple complications. One tangled up guy line, and I tried to use a new product. I don't know if I can find it here. Something I just picked up. It looked interesting. This works great for guy lines, and I was hoping it would work really good for my ridge line, but it didn't work so well. These little guys here, they're a little guy line adjustment piece, and so I fiddled with that for a good 5 minutes, trying to get that to work, and it didn't work. So I went back to my Night Eyes number 9. So with even doing that, I had this up in about 15 minutes, maybe a few minutes less than that. I don't know. Didn't actually time it, but it went really quick. So I'm very happy with it. I'm going to enjoy just hanging out here. Like I said, do some reading and just enjoy nature. Got birds chirping all over the place. I got the river just behind me over here, and you can hear the water trickling a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera or not, but it's just a beautiful sight. So here I am. Breakfast is ready. Got my breakfast skillet. Had a few bites of it. Well, first off, I'll say I put way too much water in it. I'm basically eating egg soup. I poured some of the water out on the ground over here to try to make it a little bit better. The flavor wise, it's not bad. If you're out hiking on the trail all day, sleep, get up in the morning, this would taste pretty good. Could use a little bit of salt, but it's already got 900 and was it 920 milligrams of sodium. Really hate to add any more salt to it. A little bit of pepper might help, but it's not bad. It's definitely something I'll eat again. I'm not real big on powdered eggs or anything like that. I'm not sure if these are powdered or what they are, but they do taste pretty good. The sausage is good, has a nice flavor to it. Just remember, 3/4 cup of water, not 1 cup of water, and it will turn out a whole lot better for you. Well, I just had a friend visit me, sitting here eating, and I thought I heard somebody walking up over that ridge right up there. And so I sat quiet for a second and looked, and lo and behold, there was a deer. And it just kind of stood up there. And I tried to get my camera out, but I thought, well, he's probably just going to run away if I do that. So I offered him some of my breakfast skillet. And apparently he doesn't really like rehydrated food very much because he took off running after that. Oh well, I tried. Okay, I've been trying to figure out, there was something not quite right with my setup. I've been trying to figure out what it is, and I think I just figured it out. I forgot to set up the mosquito net. Duh. Mosquito net has these nice straps or shock cord that run up to each tree. Now, to keep it from landing in your face, all you have to do is trim down a little piece of sapling or a small stick, and you wedge it between the two lines. That separates it out, and you can lay in there nice and comfortably, mosquito free. Well, this is Black River. Runs from Port Huron up through Croswell and on further up. Cardinals. Seen lots of wildlife today. Just saw a couple cardinals, seen some turkeys, and the deer that I mentioned earlier. Had a good time. Oh, and I also saw a toad. Well, I'm hearing traffic, so that means I'm just about back to the road in the old blue Chevy. I want to thank you all for joining me on today's little mini adventure. I got to try out a couple things. Didn't use the aluminum rod on my hammock like I wanted to. Just had too much going on. But we can do that the next time. I did have a good time with God. Spent time reading in the book of Ruth. Not where I was planning on going, but that's just where I landed. That's all right. It was good. And spent some time in prayer. We got a lot going on in life. And we need to be taking things before the Father. Because I don't know about you all, I can't handle it on my own. Wow. Trail really wraps around here. Trying to get around some mud puddles. We had a lot of rainfall recently. You see. There's some water there, and it's very slippery, yucky mud. Stay tuned to the channel. I plan to add some more videos. Next month, I'm going to be heading up to the Jordan River Valley and northern Lower Peninsula, Michigan. We're going to be doing about a 3 or 4 day hike with some buddies. Should be a good time. And we'll see what else this year brings. Got a very busy schedule already, but that's okay. We'll try to squeeze some stuff in. So folks, again, thanks for joining. Please feel free to like and subscribe. That will help me out a lot. See you on the trail.